JayJay, we are up, we are running, we are live. Another day.
Another day, another dollar, another life in quarantino.
We made it through another weekend, as they used to be called.
Yeah. We another transition period, and we week 4, everybody. We a month in. We hit the month.
We hit the month.
27 to go.
Oh man, I hope that's not the case.
Listen, I don't know, man. I'm just ready for any information at the moment. I'm ready for them to come out and go, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be releasing, opening up the world, July 2nd, 2026. Okay, all right, I'm done. I'll see you on the next life. I'd be like, Elon Musk, where's the spaceship? Hurry up, I'm ready.
Where's the spaceship?
Richard Branson, you know that whole project that you had about 10 years ago? I'm ready. Sort it.
Let's get right into it. Let's do this thing.
We're clapping it on Monday. Look at Aaron, looking with that last little green. Is it green or is it, what is it today? Green, pastel? No, it's like what's the word? What's the color? Come on, teal. Is it teal?
We'll go with teal. We'll go with
teal. I like the teal. I like the tealsies. Aaron, how you doing, man?
Good color. I like it. I'm feeling good. You know, it's a gross day here in New York. I think that gross LA weather that you guys are having finally made it over here to the East Coast. I don't know what it looks like over there
today.
Oh, is it?
Disgusting. It's just, yeah, it's like, I don't know. It's so true. The weather, the mood sometimes, like, I woke up great this morning, but I don't know. Just, there's no sun. Like, it's going to look like it's going to rain. I'm not like, I'm on, but I'm like, I need that little bonus touch,
Yeah, a little bit of extra.
I need a little bit of extra, but you know what we got? I got you, Aaron, and I got the people. That's all the extra I need.
And that's what we need.
Come on.
That's what we need as a people. Yeah, I'm just like everything. I'm looking at this gross weather as a positive. I'm hoping that this rain that's coming down is just cleaning all the railings. It's cleaning all the doorknobs. It's cleaning all the COVID off of everything. So that we can get back to it.
We're getting it. We call it a deep clean. We're doing the deep clean, mate. The deep
clean right now is what we need.
Yeah, exactly, man. Exactly. We're ready to make this happen, man. But it's Monday. It's a new week, and Aaron, you know what? It's hard, right? It's hard.
It is. It's hard doing what we're doing. I mean, it is definitely not our normal routine, so to speak. We are in it. We have been in it for a month or more for some of us now, and it's definitely a large obstacle.
Yeah, it's the hardest thing for a lot of us to deal with right now. It's really, really challenging. Challenging is the nice way of putting it on paper and in person, but it's super hard. It's like, and it's important that we bring that up today, because it's a month in now. Like, people are starting to it's the reality hit in last week, and now it's like it just confirmed it. Someone just turned the knob of like, yeah, this isn't getting changed anytime soon.
Yeah, it's definitely not getting changed anytime soon. But
no.
Before we get too deep into what we're talking about today,
we're gonna go deep today, baby.
I like it. Before we get too deep into that, hey everybody that's watching out there, welcome to Wingmen to Greatness here on Work From Home Network TV. This is just one of our many shows that we have on the network. I think we might be up to 11 shows now on the network, which is crazy. And we've got a few more that are.
Have we hit 10? I don't think we've hit 10. 3, 6, 7. Maybe,
Getting ready to.
Maybe 8. I don't know. We have to check.
This episode, I believe, is 7 or 8 today.
Okay. So
I don't even
all
remember.
Right, nice.
Let me consult the all-knowing Facebook and see what.
Yeah. You consult Mark.
See what I wrote in the description for today of which episode this is. I think it's episode 8, I believe. It is episode 8.
Episode 8. I love it.
But yeah, the network is cruising. It's moving along. We're getting a lot of great programming on here. Really getting that creativity out there. Really getting that positivity out there to the world. We've had a lot of fantastic guests on the show. Our main Power Hour live show that happens just about an hour after our Wingmen to Greatness show. Had a lot of great guests on there. We've had you on there. We've had some other amazing celebrities pop up on the show, and it's going to be another action-packed show today. So if you guys have been tuning in, subscribing, following, liking, all of that jazz to the Work From Home network, we appreciate you guys, and welcome right now to Wingmen to Greatness. JayJay, tell people a little bit about yourself. What's going on in your world?
Yeah, we're here, JayJay, from Australia, but in LA. Traveled around, did my thing, just bringing the energy to the masses, and then in 2017, I made my official decision to live in the USA. She ate me alive, LA, like a snake, like a big anaconda. I got eaten, and I was like, I'm out. I can't deal with this, and I left, went back and lived in Tokyo, and then when came back from Tokyo, that didn't work out how I wanted it to be because it was super hard, and got back in 2018 to Australia, and then I got the opportunity to come back in January 2019, and I was like, I'm going to make this work. I got to do this. So then that's what I've been here doing, TV hosting, creating online content, but now really focusing on the speaking, really focusing on getting paid to not say other people's words, getting paid to say my own words.
I love that. Before I want to dive into that a little bit deeper, but let's talk about your magic, man. I saw some posts that you had the other day about your YouTube videos and your magic.
Tell them, and Aaron, give me talk about what you think, what you like about the magic, and I'm just going to charge this for 2 seconds.
So it was just fascinating because I was looking at your page. I was looking at your page, your Instagram page, and I saw you posting some of the clips from your YouTube about your magic page, and you're transitioning now into much more of the speaking and doing your own words with the speaking. But I also saw what you were doing before that with the magic and all that stuff, and you got like how many hundreds of thousands of millions of views you got going on there, man? You are. I knew I was dealing with a celeb, but I didn't know I was dealing with it.
Well, that's good, man. That's good. It gets people to go, oh, look at this guy being all cool. He's got all these numbers online, and he's not like all talk. So to everyone that doesn't know, I used to start my career as a magician-y, so abracadabra boy. So that took me around the world. That's what gave me the ins in life of what I did, but at that time, throughout going through life and traveling around the world, I started opening my eyes to other opportunities and other things. I explored out of the past that I wanted to do. So the way I like to explain it is I was a little soldier in Australia, right? My first piece of armor was a sword, but not a big sword, but just not a dagger, but enough. Look at those little mini ones, like just to protect myself. And that was me as a magician. And then I got to learn a couple of extra things as a magician, which gave me a shield and it gave me maybe a little hat. But then throughout my life, after meeting with people, seeing people, learning from people, trying different things, I started to add on all these extra pieces of armor as a soldier. And that was emceeing, that was being a hype man in Asia, that was creating digital content, starting a YouTube channel, working for Playboy in Vietnam. What else?
That sounds like a terrible job.
Yeah, it wasn't as glamorous as you
awful.
think. It wasn't. Sorry, not working for Playboy. Working for Playboy, but really running a nightclub, and Playboy was the brand. I worked for the biggest digital agency, like video creation agency, the second one, the biggest in the world in Vietnam, called JayJay, and I was working with talent, dealing with talent, creating new shows. So being a producer, and every time I would travel around the world, as I said, like I learn all these skills, and what I'm doing is I'm arming up. So it doesn't matter what position I get put in life, I can like fight, I can go to battle, you know? And I just love that I've been able to do that. And when people find out stuff like the YouTube, it's impressive, not only impressive to them, but it's like, oh, like he knows, it's just one of those things. He knows maybe he's done these cool things, and he's you know, kept it humble, and you know, just being cool with it. So I started, you know, with the magic stuff, I started doing the YouTube, and I built it to a pretty large following. So we have 50 million views. That's my favorite part of saying it, because you can't fake that. You can't lie about that. 385,000 subscribers isn't as impressive as 50 million views. But the pitch in, I usually say, yeah, I used to be a magician, interest. I had the biggest magic channel in the world, another interest for a long time. And I taught people magic tricks. And to date, I have 50 million views with 385,000 subscribers, with 500 videos seen in 150 plus countries. Bam. Bam.
And in the past weeks, I mean, we've talked about listening to your gut, and about mindset, and about how to get your brand online. So with what you just said, these are the things that we're just trying to get out there to people. Like, we don't know what we're talking about, but we kind of know what we're talking about. So let's jump right into it and talk about today's topic. What are we talking about today, JayJay? Let the people know what we're talking about.
Ladies and gentlemen, look, throughout this crazy time, and we're talking about, it's hard. This is a very hard time for all of us. It doesn't matter whether you're in LA or London, Sydney or Singapore, you're 55, you're 15 or 5. Everyone is feeling something. Financially, mentally, spiritually, physically, emotionally. You're feeling something. Something's off. And we have to understand that, yes, it's hard, and be very present to that feeling of it's hard. Because people are trying to, from what I'm hearing and sometimes seeing, is like they're trying to divert that it's, oh, this is easy, and oh, I can get through this. Yeah, you can. But we need to sit and go, yes, it's hard. Life is hard. People say this is really hard. Absolutely, it's hard. You know, you weren't told, were you given did someone tell you that it'll all be easy? Yeah, but this is really hard. There's no level of hardness here. It's hard. Life is hard. Some things are going to be, yes, more challenging than others, but life is generally hard. This is a hard life. It's hard to run, especially when you want to run and build and do your thing. The world, the media, it seems like to me that everyone wants to be sort of put in one box. 9 to 5, do this, do that, go here, eat this, watch this, consume this, right? They want you to be sort of sheep. They want you to move you, manipulate you to whatever they want, whoever they want us to do. So when you say, no, I don't want to follow that system, and I want to go do what I want to do, and I want to be who I want to be, it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard. And we've got to be super present with that. But when you can become present with that and go, it's going to be hard, you get a certain level of confidence that you've owned it, and go, okay, it's hard. It's going to be hard. So, okay, what else you got? Bring it. 3 weeks ago, I lost everything. Everything. All my gigs, all my income, no opportunities, nothing. I don't blame the world for that. That's another talk. Yes, I couldn't have controlled that, but that was my fault for also putting all my eggs in one basket, relying on one source of income and one life to just hopefully give me everything. So now I'm restarting. I started everything from literally zero. Like there was no like.
And it's what you're saying, it's tough. It's tough too, because you said putting all of your eggs in one basket. I mean, that's kind of the entertainment world. I mean, essentially, I'm with you because my platform and what I do is similar to yours in that we need people. We do live events. So although I'm diversified in my entertainment career portfolio with my hosting and my acting and my DJing, the hosting and the DJing, those are completely shut down because there's no live events. And then when you talk about acting, like all the productions are shut down. So I'm not filming any TV shows or films anytime soon. So it is challenging in that sense of, even with some variations in diversification, it's still hard. It's still a struggle.
Yeah.
I mean, this is something that we've really, like, this current generation, so to speak, hasn't dealt with. I mean, this is something that's happened in the past, but it's not something that we've personally dealt with. And you're right. It is a hard thing to do. It is a hard thing to deal with. And that's exactly what we're talking about today, is the fact that life is hard, and how do we deal with this struggle? How do we address it? How do we face it head on? And how do we deal with it?
Love that. But how we deal with it is get present with how we're feeling. It's hard. Okay, what else you got? Mind, brain, world. Well, I don't have an income. I lost my job. Great. What else? I don't know what to do. Great. Also, no direction. What else you got? Great. Let's get all that out. Cool. How do you feel now? Well, I feel better because I know how I'm feeling. Awesome. See that little bit of excitement there, that feeling, sense of confidence? That's what we're going to build right now. We're building you again from the beginning. And I think the thing is, Aaron, and everyone watching, and this is going to sound maybe a little bit harsh, but I'm going to own it. I think a lot of people needed this as well, because this is sort of a shake. I definitely needed this. They got reality a little bit, because it just shows you in life that things will happen like this. And you are, even if you could have been in a perfect position in your life and you lost everything, well, guess what? You're going to have to start again, and it's going to be hard. But isn't that when you grow most, when there's a quote for this, but like, you grow the best when you're at the lowest point. And then people might say, well, Jay, how dare you? Like, people are really hurting, and people lost everything, and they're going to break up their relationships. I said, so what's your point here? You don't think anyone else has other problems as well? We're all in the world feeling something, what's going on. So either we have to accept that and deal with it, or don't deal with it. But like, no one ever gave you going, hey, just so you know, when throughout your life, I'm going to give you the easy ticket. Everyone else is going to get the hard ticket. No, it's hard. It's really hard.
I have an acronym that I like to say, which is SUSU, for these particular types of times. And the acronym is SUSU, SUSU, show up or shut up. You can either
I like that.
continue to complain about it. Yeah, you can either continue to complain about it.
Yeah, put that on the screen. I need to know that one today.
let me SUSU, show up or shut up, And
exactly. I love that.
If you're not gonna show up and do something about it and take action, and you're just gonna wallow in it, shut up. Like, I don't want to hear that if you're not taking the action. We can quote preach to you and give you this information and feed this to you, and that phrase of leading a horse to water, like, that's exactly what it is. But if you're not going to take the action, we can't do anything. We can't help you. So SUSU, show up or shut up.
Yeah. Get off the sideline and get in the field. That's another favorite. That's another one I like. Stop being a sideline reporter and get on the field. Get on the field. Get in the game. But here's a great thing too. And obviously you've got to be tough sometimes, super tough. You got to just be straight with people, so it wakes them, and getting woke, as they call it. But then, dealing with it's okay to be hard. Okay, now let's look at all the ways how we can get to do something, so we can get somewhere. And that's what a lot of people don't do. They don't firstly accept that it's hard. Like they don't accept it. It's really hard. It's like they're in that moment where they're weak. They're a weak soldier. Okay, it's hard. Okay, it's hard. Okay, cool. Okay, what can I do then? Okay, we've got to think of something. Figure this out. Like I'm struggling with this. What can I do to get to fix this? Can I ask someone? Can I do this? And like, this is why I'm constantly reminding people, we've got to be in this state of like, what can I do? Where can I go? Who can I see? What can I say? Can I try this? Can I try that? Can I do this? Like that energy is you want that. You want to figure it out, you know? Because if you sit in like, it's hard, I don't know who to call. Like, what is that? What energy is that? What's going to happen if you're sitting like that? You're not going to do anything.
Yeah.
And my favorite part about this, what's happening in this whole world right now, as I said before, like you can't use the you don't know how it feels part now. You don't understand. Yes, we all do. So we can't even go down that. You know, because like, for example, when Australia had the bushfires 3 months ago, right?
Yeah.
We all felt sorry, and I felt especially more sorry for my country. But like they can say, well, you don't understand how it feels, and we, okay, you know, the whole like you got to walk in someone else's shoes right now. That whole thing is done. Now everyone are in the same pair of shoes. So let's just sit in that and own that, and now deal with it.
Yeah, and that I love what you just said. That is a huge part that I think people don't acknowledge. We're not saying that you can't feel negative feelings.
Yes.
We're saying let those feelings hit you, be aware of those feelings, embrace those feelings, accept that it's hard, but don't just stay there. Accept it, deal with it, and now let's move on.
That's good. Yeah. Yeah. And here's the thing where I think we can come through, Aaron, too. Then people will say, well, like, how long do I sit in that for? Or no, they won't even say that. They'll probably just sit in it too long. Everyone has to grieve death differently. Yeah, you know what, though? You've had enough. It's a month now. Like, you know, some people feel like they've died. Okay, great. Let's resurrect you. Let's go. You know, it's 4 weeks now. Like, this isn't new now. Like, for the people out there that are sitting in that a little bit, like, find a way to get out of that. And you have to be careful of your surroundings, the media, like what's making you even feel worse. Find a way to get into a better state. And I think we spoke about this recently, a few episodes ago. But understanding it's hard and then going, okay, dealing with that and being careful of your surroundings to make you even feel worse. Because what we're trying to do for your wingman to your greatness is get you to a better place. Get you out of that rut. Get you out of the sticky mud. You know, everyone's sinking. I get it. But are you going to let yourself sink faster or slower? Right? We're all sinking a little bit because the world we're not back to normal yet. But there are people that are sinking way fast. But guess what? It's very easy to get up a little bit. But it's going to be hard. And deal with that. And the whole point of this, you don't understand, you can't relate, all those phrases, those statements, those emotional feelings, because it's sad for you, they're done now. All done. I don't have time. Yeah, you do. Like, it's like an amazing thing what we have now. Like, you've got to get so present with you and deal with you. Like, and I think what you said before, Aaron, I think what's great now for all of us, even for me, even for you, is we're getting back to our core self and having to deal with every emotional feeling that we probably haven't felt before because it's been easy to deflect the bullets. You don't understand, I wasn't given this money. You don't understand, I don't live in that country. You don't understand, I had to live on the street as a homeless person and live in my car. What else you got? Okay. Like, and then as a speaker, as someone that wants to move people to a better place, It's challenging to tiptoe around that at the beginning. You've got to get people to a state where they have to deal with it and then move it. Now we're all at the same state. Next, let's go. Like, we already get the advantage now. Like, you think about it from that point of view. That 25% of those excuses and those sayings are done. Now it's like, now we're moving.
And a lot of people, I've heard this phrase, and this kind of ties in with what you're saying. I've heard the phrase, I can't wait to get back to normal. Well, I hate to tell you guys, there is no more normal. Like, that world that you lived in before does not exist anymore.
Yeah, I like that. Can't
it is
wait to
time
get back
to
to
create the new world. Things have been wiped. We have remnants of what was in the past, but right now, this is the time to create the new world. And it's up to you to decide what that new world is going to be, not just for all of us, but starting with you. What is that new world?
Yeah. Love that. And it's all on you. It's all on you. And it's hard. And that's really exciting as well. Because what happens when it's hard, when you break through it, you go, oh my gosh. And only you will feel that and know that. But every person that's achieved something and they go, especially because I speak with these people on stage, they get through a really hard time in their life, but it's like they become a flower. And they always say, I will never go back to that again. And that's just something that the way to help you who's watching out there is to have people like us in your corner who are cheering you on the finish line. Come on, man. Come on, man. You're running. Like, this is a marathon. This is a month marathon right now. Your legs are so tired. I know how you feel. I know, you know, my legs are hurting too, but I'm with you. Come on, man. It's hard. Get up. Let's go. Come on, every day. You know, it's like one side, you've got Aaron, JayJay, people that want to help you win, that are in your corner. Then you've got the other side. You look to the left. You've got the media. You've got you're not good enough. You've got people that are already struggling and saying, no, you don't need to work that hard. Look, I'm okay, and I'm hopping. Like, come back with me, pulling you back like this. Aaron and I are pulling you forward. Don't listen to them. What are they helping you with right now? You choose. Do you want to be there or here? You know, you can always go back to that part, but why don't you have a chance doing this first? Trust me, you're not going to want to go back. But look, guess what? You can go back. You can always go back to what you used to do. Why don't you give this a shot right now over this side of the party? Why don't you give it a chance? Yes, it's hard. Yes, it's going to be challenging. But guess what? It's not as hard or as challenging as you think it is when you push through the first little bit of pain. It's like they say this when you go have a cold water shower, or when you jumping into a ice cold bath, or in a spa or something like that, whatever, right? It's the first 3 or 4 seconds that's the sucky part. But then after you're like, this is pretty good. But most people just can't rip the Band-Aid off at the beginning. That's like a massive thing. They get caught up in the first 3 seconds of life of that task, or 30 minutes, or 3 days, or 3 hours, whatever the case may be. They just can't hold they can't burn. They can't feel pain for more than 30%. They can't sit in it. Sit in it. Once you sit in it, this is fine. Moving forward. And listen, I'm no pro. Aaron's no pro. There are still some things I'm like dealing with at the moment that I don't want to sit in, because I know it's tough. I know it's hard. You know, I want easy. Our bodies want to protect us. I get that. Our bodies are these beautiful things, but they're not meant for us to push through. They're meant to protect us. So anything that evokes pain,
yeah,
I talk about how to publicly speak on stage, Aaron. You know, you're amazing at it. It's the number one fear in the world. It's the number one fear in the world. It's hard. There could be a microphone with 500 people right here, and a bunch of sharks that are hungry for humans. People, 2 options. I say you got 10 seconds. They jump with the sharks. What? You would rather be eaten alive by sharks than I don't need an hour presentation. Give me 2 minutes. Just tell me who you are, what you do. Tell me, just start speaking. What is that? That's a fear that they feel like they're going to die. That's what it is. So it's the same thing when it comes to our goals. It's not that you don't want more in life. It's not that that person, for some reason, has a better mind that wants more. You want to achieve the success in your world. Of course you do. Everyone wants more. But why have they got there and you haven't? Because they understood it was hard. They understood that they had to do and push through some times in life when they didn't want to. So it's your choice right now. It's you on you. It's you versus you. Everyone is at zero now. Everyone in the world, 7.5 billion people, maybe a few less at the moment, but you know what I mean. 7 billion people are all on level 1 in the game. Are you going to stay at level 1 and keep respawning on level 1? Or you're going to go, you know what? I'm going to do something because I want to get to level 10 or level 2. It's hard. It's super hard. What else?
Yeah, and it's a struggle. It's a struggle too, and I think, and this is for me as well. This is speaking to me as well. They say like jump and the net will appear. Steve Harvey talks about it all the time about jumping off the cliff, and before you fly, you're gonna hit some rocks and some edges, and you're gonna get beat up a little bit when you jump, but you're gonna soar at some point. And a lot of people just kind of edge a little closer and closer and closer to the edge.
Yeah, no, we know edging here.
Instead of just making the jump. You got to get yourself prepared to make the jump. Get yourself together. You can't jump without the parachute or the squirrel suit or whatever you're going to fly with. You got to get yourself prepared to jump, but you've got to jump. If you keep edging, you're not going to get to where you want to get to. So you just have to make that jump, and that is very hard to deal with, and that is definitely a struggle that I struggle with as well.
We all struggle with it, man. We all struggle with it in different ways, but I think that when you can voice it and you can be present to it, then you're already at the edge of the cliff. You're already there. Yeah. Now you need a couple little extra bits of techniques, strategies, assurance. Then you need someone like us in your corner to go. You're a go. You're good enough now. Someone just to reassure us, like, you're fine. Wait, let me just check the parachute. You're fine. You've checked it 16 times. You're good.
Yeah.
What happens if it doesn't open? What happens if you fly forever? Love that, right? I love that. It's just hot. Okay, that's not the line though. What if I jump and die? What if I jump and die? Yeah, or what if you fly forever? It gives me the shivers. Like, you know, it's just good. Like that. People, it's one of those times in life when everything freezes. No one has anything ever to say with that. Like there's no comeback for that. That's the ultimate card game. Like you got that ace, the Joker up your sleeve in a card game. You're like, yeah. And someone puts out a move and you just go, and they go, oh man,
got him.
That guy. I'm never playing cards with you again. Give me a drink.
I love it. Well, JayJay, we've been talking today about life is hard, dealing with the struggle. That's been the main topic for today. So as we get near the wrap up here, go ahead and give everyone kind of a summary about what we talked about today.
So guys, as you're watching with what's going on in the world, we have to be present to understanding it's hard. It's hard. This is a hard time. But when you can become present with that statement, that feeling, that moment, then you either have two choices. You can either stay in that same place and keep saying that same excuse to you, or you can do something about it and soar and fly. Because remember, it's not about jumping and failing. It's jumping and soaring forever.
Love that. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in once again to Wingmen to Greatness. Again, my name is Aaron Smalls. That is my compatriot, JayJay over there. We're not psychologists. We don't have degrees in this stuff, but we do have a lot of experience and have worked with a lot of professionals in the field. So be sure to jump back on with us. We're on every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And some of the other shows we've got coming up on Work From Home Network TV, as you can see here on our live streaming guide. Like I just mentioned, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Wingmen to Greatness coming up in just a little while. We've got Power Hour Live. Tuesdays, we've got Let's Talk About It. It's our Spanglish show. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we've got Biscuits and Gravy. If you like movies, this is the show for you. Get in there, win some money, state your opinion. And of course, when you think about an actual week, it ends on a Friday, and we've got happy hour in that time as well. So make sure you come out, grab a drink, have some fun with us, enjoy some music. And that's what we've got coming up on Work From Home Network TV. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We are your Wingmen to Greatness.